Hey, good morning, everyone. Lisa Friedt here, and welcome to this episode of Before My Morning Coffee on Rebel Hearted. I wanted to chit-chat for a minute today talking about the messiness that is life. Here in the Friedt household, everything is so dang messy, I can hardly stand it. We are moving. Tomorrow is moving day, so this is the last day of packing, cleaning, organizing, all that stuff before everything gets its way out of this house and into our new home. And I'm not going to lie, things feel gross here. And I managed to have an experience this morning that felt like, wow, here we go again. In terms of being triggered, in terms of growth, all of these things. And so I wanted to just chat about it. So one of the things that we unearthed in the garage was a box, and in that box was my first ballet skirt. Yes, I did ballet for I think a whopping total of like 2 classes, and my grad dress, wowzers, and all of my pregnancy clothes, or most of my pregnancy clothes, because I know it was missing a shirt made by my friend Yemi that said, "I'm not fat, I'm just pregnant." So that wasn't in that lot. And I had asked on Facebook yesterday about what do you sell a lot of maternity clothes for? And, there's 2 pairs of jeans, 2 pairs of dress pants, 3 tops and 3 tanks and a hoodie and whatever, like all those items. And a friend of mine responded, and she said, for the privileged and willing, X number of dollars. And we also work with an organization for which they could be donated to. And I'm not going to lie, I was super triggered by this because I find myself at times wondering what the heck when it comes to like giving things away and whatnot. Like, I give a lot of things away. I give freely of my time. I tithe. I give away belongings that no longer bring me joy, or at least I try to give away items that no longer bring me joy or that aren't of purpose. I try not to hang on to things just in case, like I try to allow those things to move out of my possession. And over the last few days and weeks, I've given away, my husband and I'm just saying I because it's my podcast at the moment, we've given away thousands of dollars of items, helping and supporting people in need and acknowledging very much my privilege. Now, one of my values in life is to be a person of generosity, right? It's very important that I be grateful for all that I have and generous with what it is that I have. So having the word privilege, and I'm not saying that this is what the person meant when they commented on my post. I'm strictly speaking from what triggered me. Having the word privileged attached to a number made me feel like I was wrong for wanting to sell items that I have paid money for. There is still plenty of value in the items. I don't believe that I would overcharge for something that I'm looking to get rid of. And that it would be like the feeling that I could pay for them, but must remember my privilege, or I could charge for them, but I must remember my privilege, or I could do what felt like was insinuated to give them away to people that needed them more. I can't tell you how messy this is. In my body and where I go over and over this. Like, for example, yesterday, one of the places that we donate to is for a peace camp, and there's homeless people, homeless teenagers that are just like, they are in need of help. And while there are organizations getting things lined up to help them, they are in a transition period where they require assistance. So I have been donating these things, and I know one of the things that they require is a lantern. Well, I have lanterns that I could give, because let's face it, their need for these lanterns is greater than my own need for these lanterns that I may or may not use later on in the future when I go to my trailer at the ranch, or when we go camping, or what have you. Yet I really wanted to hang on to these things. And my husband said, it's okay to be selfish and to keep them. You don't have to give them all away. And it felt really awkward to hang on to these things that, yes, I could give away to somebody that needs them more. But I also can find joy in the item and desiring it. It's interesting and it's messy. And I know this might sound like I'm rambling and ranting maybe even, but there is so much emotional attachment to things, and it is so easy to misread what somebody might have wrote and to project on it all of my own baggage, which I've clearly done in multiple ways this morning. And I'm reminded of what T. Harv Eker says about money, and somebody else may have said this quote as well, so I'm not trying to give recognition to the wrong person. It's just I know that I've heard T. Harv Eker say this, that I can never be so poor that everyone would have everything. Like, me being poor doesn't make you any wealthier, So I believe that the more that I can do to be generous of spirit and prosperous, then I'm able to give back, right? Yeah. So this morning, as I declutter and as I clear things out, I'm going to be sitting with this and all these beliefs that are all muddied up and the water stirred, and it's just this mess that I am in. I'm going to sit with this and see where I go from here. But I'm just curious, do you have some messiness going on in your life? Something that triggered you? Were you willing to look at it or just react to it? Or are you interested in responding? Like, where are you at? What's it like today? What's the forecast like there today? Because here, the forecast is messy. I wish you a day as beautiful as you. Thanks for listening. I'm open to connect and chat. Find me on Facebook, Lisa Fried Tea, or send me an email, friedtealisa@gmail.com. I'll be back again tomorrow on the moving day before my morning coffee to chat with y'all then. Have a day as beautiful as you. So much love. Bye for now.